Hey, it's Michael Cohen here, The Michael Cohen Show. Look, there's so much that's going on right now in politics, and it's extremely important. Stay with me here. And by the way, if you like the content, hit subscribe because we're on our journey to 250,000 subscribers. All right. As you all know, that there was an assassination, number 2 assassination attempt on Donald Trump. The problem is actually Donald Trump and JD Vance. And the problem is the fact that they keep creating stories. And what they do is they try to conflate what's going on here with so many other things. So I want to show you a clip. All right? I want to show you a clip of what I'm talking about. Let me play the video.
Haitians are eating dogs and cats. Can you affirmatively say now that that is a rumor that has no basis with evidence?
Dana, the evidence is the firsthand account of my constituents who are telling me that this happened. And by the way, I've been trying to talk about the problems in Springfield for months, and the American media ignored it. There was a congressional hearing just last week of angel moms who lost children because Kamala Harris let criminal migrants into this country who then murdered their children. The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana, because you guys are completely letting Kamala Harris coast. You had one interview with her. You talk about pushing back against me, Dana. You didn't push back against the fact that she cast the deciding vote on the Inflation Reduction Act, which is why a lot of Americans can't afford food and housing.
You just said that you're creating a story.
Public policy.
Sir, you just said that you're creating the story.
What's that, Dana?
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not accurate. Dana, it comes from firsthand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it. I didn't create 20,000 illegal migrants coming into Springfield thanks to Kamala Harris's policies. Her policies did that, but yes, we created the actual focus that allowed the American media to talk about this story and the suffering caused by Kamala Harris's policies.
Wow. Way to try to pull back another stupid line out of this mascara-wearing motherfucker. All right? He acknowledges right then and there. Don't take it from me. Don't take it from Dana Bash. Don't take it from media. Take it from JD Vance himself. He's creating a story in order to get the media to pay attention to something that he is trying to create. All right? Which is the lie about these Haitian immigrants that are in Springfield, Ohio. Plain and simple. You cannot trust a single thing that is coming out of JD Vance or Donald Trump's mouth. Donald Trump, we already know. But did we expect that JD Vance was going to be as much a liar as Donald? The answer is probably not, until he now has shown himself and he has acknowledged what he is doing. And I want to now show you a tweet. It's a long tweet that he put out. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but it's really important. So yesterday, this is JD Vance's post. Yesterday, Donald J. Trump nearly lost his life. An armed gunman waited for him in the bushes. He brought a GoPro camera to record it. Secret Service agents spotted the barrel of a gun through a fence and shot at the gunman. All right. Let me just start with the very first line, that Donald Trump nearly lost his life. Take that down. No. Here's what the FBI has reported so far. And it's important because these nuances mean something. It tells you again about the character of the animals that are running. Let me be clear. Donald Trump did not almost lose his life. Could he have lost his life? Sure. But there was not a bullet fired out of the gun of the gunman, Ralph. Not a single bullet. In fact, according to the FBI, that Donald Trump was never in scope sight of the gunman. You follow what I'm saying? Nearly lost. He is trying to play to an emotion that is inaccurate, that is a lie, and it's in order to create a scene. Go to the next paragraph. I admire the president for calling for peace and calm. The rhetoric is out of control. He then goes back in time to, it nearly got Steve Scalise and many others killed a few years ago. And that was, of course, the shooting that took place on the baseball field. It nearly got Donald Trump killed twice. Let me just stop here, because there's no point in going on with the difference between the vigorous debate and violent rhetoric. All right. Donald Trump at no point in time yesterday or at any point in time has called for peace or calm. I want to be clear about that. At no point in time did he call for anything other than his continued rhetoric of violence. In fact, the only thing he did, which was semi-admirable, was he praised Secret Service, and he should. That Secret Service agent who somehow managed to spot this guy in the bushes and fired at him. The only shots that were fired were not in the direction of Donald Trump, but in the opposite direction at this gentleman, I should say this gunman, that was hiding in the bushes. Another lie by JD Vance. So what is he doing here? As Donald will say, he's weaving. He's trying to weave a story. He's trying to weave a narrative that's just not accurate. Let's go to the next paragraph. Here's what we know so far. Kamala Harris has said, whoa, hold on one second. Now he's bringing Kamala Harris into this? Kamala Harris has said that democracy is on the line in her race against President Trump. Well, that's a true statement. Democracy is on the line. The gunman agreed and used the exact same phrase. He had a Kamala Harris bumper sticker on his truck. He was obsessed with Ukraine's fight for democracy and absorbed many unhinged views about the Russia-Ukraine war. His name is Ryan Routh, and he donated 19 times to Democrat causes, 0 to Republican ones. Okay. Let me be very clear. This guy is not a Democrat. In fact, he voted for Trump in 2016. He's an independent. And the fact that he's voting, or he's got a Kamala Harris bumper sticker, maybe it's because we all know where Donald Trump stands on Ukraine. We all know on where he stands in kissing the ass of Vladimir Putin. This we all know. Now, is this justification for Ryan Routh to go ahead and to hang out in the bushes for over 12 hours with a AK-47 with enough food to last him a day and body armor? No. And I too, as an American, am thankful that nothing worse happened. But I want to be clear again that while there might have been an assassination attempt, and if I was the criminal lawyer that was representing Ryan Routh, there's a whole bunch of arguments here that can be made that would exonerate him from the charges of attempting to assassinate. He could turn around and just as easily say, you know what? I was trying to protect Trump. Could do it. Probably a lie, but what the fuck do I know? What the fuck does JD Vance know about what's called the mens rea, the guilty mind of Ryan Routh? You don't. What we do know is that he had a firearm that had the serial numbers scraped off him. That's a crime in and of itself. Look, let me go to the final point here that I want to make. This is what JD Vance goes on to say for the next 7 weeks of this campaign. I will vigorously defend your right to speak your mind. I believe you have every right to criticize me and Donald Trump, even if you say terrible or untrue things about us. Let me be clear about something again. You can take that down. It's a lie. It's a lie. He will not vigorously defend your right to free speech, your First Amendment right. And to those of you who think that he will, let me once again show you something called an order granting preliminary injunction. This was the response by Judge Alvin K. Hellerstein to my habeas corpus petition, my writ of habeas corpus. Why? Let me give you Alvin Hellerstein's judge, Supreme Court federal judge, Alvin K. Hellerstein's decision on this date. The court finds that respondent's purpose in transferring Cohen from release on furlough and home confinement back to custody was retaliatory. You hear that word? Not Michael Cohen's word. Judge Hellerstein, 30-year federal judge, was retaliatory in response to Cohen desiring to exercise his First Amendment rights to publish a book critical of the president and to discuss the book on social media. Throw that fourth one up one more time here, because I want you to be clear. He's going to now defend your right to speak your mind? Seriously? And that everyone has the right to criticize him? Of course, he doesn't say whether it's truthful, only that it's untrue or critical. Yeah, my book was somewhat critical. That it was. And what happened to me? I was remanded back to solitary confinement at FCI Otisville for another 16 days, making it 51 days of solitary confinement for speaking my mind. So once again, let me be clear. JD Vance is full of shit. He's a motherfucking liar, as is the guy that he's running with. Make no mistakes about this. And what I'm going to now say to you is what I say on every single episode. Make sure that you are registered to vote, because they're playing with that too. And make sure that when you are at that ballot box, make sure that you're voting Harris Walz in 2024. Hey everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.